Yo, what's up, family? What's cracking out here, gang? Today we finna talk about none other but Juventus, the twice champions of Europe, 37 times domestic champions, and 26 times winners of their national cup. They are one of the big three that have dominated their national game since the 1930s. Now, this season's Champions League has nothing been short of a disaster for Juventus. They lost to PSG in the first game away, they lost at home to Benfica, and then they won against Maccabi Haifa at home, and they went on to lose to Maccabi Haifa away yet again. Maccabi was supposed to be the whooping boys of the group. Now, I don't even know a single player from Maccabi Haifa. The only thing I know about these homies is like, they're from Israel. Now, having said all this shit, gang, on Tuesday we saw the elimination of Juventus from the Champions League. Now, Juventus pulled up to Benfica to Portugal needing a win. They had to win that game, nothing but a W would suffice. Now the thing is, for y'all who saw the game, Benfica rolled them up. Rafa was having a field day. Rafa was enjoying himself. He was having a party. And did y'all even see some of the goals Benfica scored, gang? The Juventus defense was static. It's like the whole game was playing the mannequin challenge. Now, even though they offered a little bit of fight towards the end of the game, because they did manage to go from 4-1 to 4-3, but it was too late and too little. Now, in recent weeks, Juventus gave us a little bit of signs or a little bit of hope that their season might be starting up, because they won a touring derby away from home and they put 4 goals past Empoli without a reply. But that glimmer of hope, man, was again shut down by Benfica on Tuesday. Now, the season start for Juventus has been nothing actually short of a disaster. They're currently in 8th place in Serie A. And where do they go from here? Europa League. The Europa League is waiting. And actually, gang, I'm not even gonna lie, the Europa looks like it's gonna be busting this season. There's United, Atletico, Arsenal, Juventus pulled up, Barcelona, Roma, and of course, the owners of Europa as well, Sevilla themselves. But even that is not guaranteed at the moment. They have to get a result against PSG on their last game of the Champions League. Because so far there's still a big possibility that they could end up in the last place and get eliminated altogether. And this is the first time that Juventus are getting knocked out in the group stages of the Champions League since 2013. Now, it's not like they've been blazing fireworks in the Champions League. If y'all recall, they lost to Lyon, Porto, Villarreal, and Ajax in the last 4 seasons of the Champions League. And this season they went out to Benfica. Their group actually, bar PSG, it should have been an easy straightforward group. And yet it was Juventus that were one of the first appliers of the Super League. They applied for that bitch even before it got started. They still wouldn't let go of that dream, man, because they're pretending to be one of the elite teams in Europe. But their form and the results in the last 2-3 seasons haven't been good enough. And based on the performances and results, they're looking that they're falling even further away. Now, when Allegri was appointed 2 seasons ago, it felt as though it was a good idea, because he's a coach that won 5 consecutive league titles from 2015 to 2020 with Juventus. But at the moment, man, if Allegri doesn't turn this corner around real quickly, his time at Juventus feels really limited. Especially with Pochettino and Tuchel on the wings waiting for a job like that as a high profile as Juventus, and there's even been talks of Conte coming back to Juventus. This homie should start looking at his shoulders. But what do y'all think about Juventus so far, gang? In the Champions League, they've been disappointing for some time, I'm not gonna lie. And what is the issue? Do y'all feel the team is a little bit too old? Or do y'all think it's because of the injuries? Pogba, Di Maria are one of the few players that have been injured throughout this season. And do y'all think Allegri's time is up? Or do y'all think he needs more time to turn this shit around, man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box. It's your boy YoungMully. Like, subscribe. It's lit.